Salomon testers, it's Kieran here. I am on windy Dartmoor and I'm here to do a first run in the new Salomon Ultra Glide 3. We're going to have some proper testing conditions, not just in the weather but underfoot. We're doing a bit of road, a bit of gravel. We're going to be going up onto the well, for about 7.5, so we'll see what these shoes are made of in these conditions. I don't know if you can hear me through the wind, but you're getting your intro this way anyway, because you want to see what it's like out here, man. We'll crack on.
Let's give you some quick details then, starting with the stack height. And the Salomon Ultra Glide 3 packs 41mm in the hill, 35mm in the forefoot for a 6mm drop. Salomon lists the weight at 290 grams. On price, they're going to set you back £135. Don't have a US price yet, but the Ultra Glide 2 were $150 and it feels like these shoes will be around the same. Let's take a quick look at the shoe, and this is a maximal cushion trail shoe. It's designed for mixed terrain. Got high mileage in mind. You've got a big stack of energy foam. That's Salomon's EVA based midsole foam. You've got that set up in the kind of relieve sphere wavy design here that's designed to relieve the pressure as you run these kind of concave elements that are supposed to help dissipate the impact. We've seen that on the S-Lab Ultra Glide and it's here too. Up top you've got engineered mesh uppers that are quite thick. There's some lightweight reinforcement to the toe box but not too much. The gusseted tongues and heel collars offer really plush padding for that long haul comfort. Inside there's an internal sleeve as well to add to that kind of supportive, secure fit, along with Salomon's quick lacing setup. If you flip them over and you've got a full covering of contour grip, which is nicely durable. You've got 4mm lugs there for grip as well. I would sort of describe the lug pattern as quite kind of sparse really. There are big sections where there are no lugs at all, but it has been kind of set up with these concave elements here to help smooth the ride, take the impact off the road, but also still to retain good grip on a lot of mixed terrain.
So we've been moving for about an hour and a quarter. We've probably only done 6.5 Ks or something. So that'll give you an idea of how the terrain's been out there. It's pretty mad. Like this is the first time I've come and run on Dartmoor. It's a proper good test of these Salomon shoes. There's been everything. I've got these kind of stony, wet roads here that they're pretty good grip in this. But we've come over this really thick grass as well, which has been challenging from a stability point of view and getting your feet down. We've done up some steep climbs. Now we're back into the hellish wind, so you won't be able to hear me. But the one thing I've wanted for that first hour on this is good grip, good comfort, and good security, and that's been here. So far, what's looking like going to be quite a long time on feet, fresh out of the box, the Ultra Glide 3 are doing a pretty good job. All of that, no problems so far. So we've done 10 miles in 3.5 hours. I mean, this has been, it's been a test, let's say that. It's been a test for the shoes, I'll give it that. We have encountered all kinds out there, everything from knee-deep bog, thick grass, there's been stony descents, there's slippery rocks, we've had to jump river crossings, there's mud and stony down bits, kind of following almost like little stream beds. There's lots of open moorland. There's basically everything. These shoes are fresh out of the box and I've got no complaints. It's basically the biggest compliment I can pay them now. They feel comfortable. They are not waterproof by any stretch. I've got very wet feet, but hey ho, but they have gripped well when I needed them to, and They're providing the cushioning I need. We're not moving particularly fast at the moment. Cushioning and support. There's enough stability in the shoe. They feel, I always say talk about balance in shoes, but they do feel nicely balanced for the terrain. There's a certainty underfoot that feels really good. So they're doing the job for me right now. I'm not a fan of Salomon's lacing structure. There's a bit of looseness there to sort of lock them down a bit. I much prefer regular laces to the quick lace system. But overall, for the time on feet we've done, they're doing a sterling job.
So then I'm back in the office after what was a really tough day out there testing these shoes. Dartmoor essentially threw everything at me and the shoes yesterday. It was wild at times. Did question my life choices from moment to moment. Some of the toughest terrain that I've run in 20 years of running. You're super exposed out there. And I didn't realise how exposed you are, just how much I was going to need a pair of shoes that I could trust. So as I said, the biggest compliment I can pay the Ultra Glide 3 here is that I barely noticed them on that run. Rock solid performance for the 4.5 hours I was on feet on some really tricky terrain. I needed guaranteed comfort, and for that they delivered. I found them hard to get on initially because of the lacing system with my high insteps, and they weren't immediately 100% disappearing on the foot, so I was a little bit worried. But once I got moving, everything settled, and then the shoes performed really well. On the runnable sections, I found the big stack of cushion was balanced with protection and energy, particularly on the compacted stuff. This is a shoe that's going to perform nicely with smooth transitions while you're cruising. For a 4.5 hour run, you might expect some foot fatigue, but I felt fresh at the end. They got absolutely soaked as well, these shoes. That added some weight, but for long and slow, they were light enough. They shed the water from wading through streams quite quickly as well. Grip overall on the conditions I ran was excellent. We moved on some very slippy rocks. I needed certainty, which I found they provided. Though I wasn't flying up or down anything steep, those steep descents or the climbs, everything was very controlled. So that may change if you're moving at a faster pace going down. But from these first miles, I'd have a lot of confidence in the Ultra Glide 3 as an ultra run cushioned workhorse shoe where you need a bit of cushion over all out speed. There are going to be more agile shoes that give you closer ground contact for sure, but for comfort and reliability and a platform that feels stable but cushioned, I really like them for what I did out there. So there you have it. That's been our first run look at the Salomon Ultra Glide 3. That was my wild and wet first run test of the new shoe on Dartmoor and Devon. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for putting up with the windy bits out there. I know it's a little bit annoying, but I wanted you to see the kind of crazy conditions that we tested this shoe in so you can get a sense of it. Now, if you're interested in trail shoes, particularly the Salomons, I'm going to pop a video up on the channel now you should go and watch. Otherwise, as ever, thank you very much for stopping by. And until next time, happy running, people.